Hey, what's up, guys? Long time no see. Dee and Lee here, ready to give you another tour and review of another awesome little campground here in SPRAGUE, Connecticut. And it goes by the name of Salt Rock State Park. So stick around. Salt Rock State Park is the perfect size campground, if you ask me. It's around 150 acres, most of them wooded, besides a huge field that sits in the center of the campground that allows you to play football, basketball, volleyball, etc. There's a bunch of trails, and I mean awesome trails. There's a river, fishing, and there's 71 tent and RV sites. Told you I was coming. I told you I was coming. All right, look out. The past few weeks, we've been at these massive campgrounds with hundreds of campsites, and we couldn't show them all to you. But fortunately enough for all of us this week, you'll get to see every single one. So sit back, grab a snack, and let's rock. First thing we noticed when we pulled in is this state park is just a little different than the rest. And you can tell. It was actually adopted into the system in 2001. Before we go any further, welcome to Salt Rock State Park. This week we brought our son and our two furry friends. We set up camp and Lee began lunch because of course our overgrown son is hungry already. It's been a while since we had any Korean cuisine and my son asked, so of course Lee is gonna get it done for him. Oh boy, how tasty this was. This week we went through the motions after eating. As you all know, we usually set up, then explore the campground, just to acclimate ourselves. But after eating, we seem to be moving slower than a two-legged turtle.
Hey, Campground. Stop laughing at me. Hey everybody, we're at Salt Rock State Park.
That a girl.
I keep wanting to say
That's
Salt
a
Lake.
long four-letter word.
Salt
what
Lake.
in the hell? Anyway.
Salt Lake. River.
There's our favorite
Rock.
girl.
But
Beautiful Lee. Lee.
I'm filming here.
She's filming. And you see the little guy down there peeing on her leg? That's Dexter, guys. He's 16. He's blind. He's deaf. But he knows how to live life, and he teaches us each day that none of that matters. Just get up and go, and you can live every day as happy as you want to. And there's Lady. That's Lady. We found her on the coldest day in February 7 years ago. Somebody dropped her on the side of the road and left her for dead, and luckily, beautifully found her. Asked what to do. I told her bring her home, and she's been ours ever since. My best friend. Awesome dog. There's the park. Here's our setup. Obviously, King Camp awning as always. New addition. I'm not talking about the group. We're not talking about Bobby Brown. But here's camp this week, guys. Feels good here. Feels cozy. I don't know if you guys ever seen, but see that table? I made that, routed out, a little design. And we use that for our coffee table throughout the day. And then it goes in the back. And it hangs off of these two drawers here. Well, not hangs off, but sits on it. Turns that into a table. And then we have this guy. And we usually put our cooktop here. Table there, that's where I prep and chop all my stuff. Maybe I'll show you a picture of it. Well, you guys are getting an inside tour. But yeah, I've never showed it to you. Figured I'd give you a quick glance. But here's camp. We're set up and rocking. This place is freaking awesome, man. I can't explain the aura. It's amazing, man. It's a nice place. Really nice. The sites are really cool. They're all unique. None are the same, which you'll see coming up shortly during the tour. But this park is really cozy. Really, it's a hidden gem. A hidden gem. Monster's going to sleep. All right, we'll see you guys shortly. Well, as you can tell, we never did get a chance to explore the park today. But that's not what camping is about. It's about relaxing. Life is about taking your time and not rushing through it. So we just hung out, had a couple beers, great conversation by the fire, s'mores to cap the night off, and gear up for an exciting day tomorrow. Top of the morning there, boy. We started the day off exploring the trails and trying to find this river. It's the Sheetawkit River. But first you got to go through the tunnel here, which is a portion of the 1 mile long railroad that divides the campground area from the river. Once it was abandoned, but as of late, it's seeing an increase in activity. After you exit the tunnel, you walk around 50-60 yards and you end up here. We thought or planned to hang out here for a little while, but as you can see, it was occupied. So let's move on. So we continued on till we can find our perfect little oasis. See this little offshoot here? There's a half a dozen of those until we made it to our paradise. Put our feet in the water. Lee could deal with her athlete's feet. It's starting to come back. It is getting old. Nope, not there. On to the next. We will find our oasis, one way or the other. Even if we gotta kick those other folk out, we will find it, folks. What we have here? This might be it. Let's see. be it. We found our little oasis, folks. I think we're gonna put our chairs right here in the water and chill for a little bit. Look at that, guys.
And then we cross America. Cross the borders of Morocco. Take a journey to Dubai. Fight the pirates stuck in Disneyland Paris. Then we cross America. Swim in salty water, drinking stars and holy sun. And then we cross America.
Yeah, we found it. This was it. We set our chairs up and hung out here for several hours. We watched the boaters and kayakers float by, skipped rocks. Perfect day.
Fight the pirates stuck in Disneyland Paris. Take a swim in salty water to this crazy melody. Oh, and then we cross America. A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side.
Hey, look, guys. It's another movie night. Seems to be a popular thing at all the campgrounds this summer. And we actually sat down and watched for a while. It was Jungle Book was the movie of the night. And all the kids seemed to enjoy it. It was a perfect night for a good movie.
Our neighbors sure as heck knew how to party. Coffee, check. Hiking shoes, check. Let's start this tour. I'll start by saying this campground is unique. Each site is like a snowflake. It's different. Every site is different. And the cool thing is, half of them have electric, which most Connecticut state parks don't. They really struggled to make sure each site is level, and you could tell some of them are new. There's a couple different sections in the park. This is the 30 section, which takes you up to the boondocks.
Later on in this video, I'll mention the outskirts of the campground. And these are some of the outskirts sites that I mentioned. They are beautiful. They are away from everybody, so you get your quiet scene if that's what you like. We like to think about the campgrounds to be like a city versus town. The heart of the campsite, or campground rather, is where the busier, more active and livelier it is. And then if you go out to the outskirts, it's a little bit quieter, just like a town versus a city would be.
These sites, which are located in the field, are the only sites that are similar, 1 through 7. Now, as you can see, most of the sites can accommodate large RVs. If you have anything over a 24-footer or so, I would say try to head to the field. I loved Site 50. This site is massive. Look how big this thing is. And it actually overlooks the field also. Some of these are pull-throughs, some aren't. Take a look at this. Site 71. I liked it because how secluded it is. Site 46 is another special site. It's a pull-through, and off to the side you have the picnic table and fire pit, but it is gregarious. Lee likes Site 70 here. It's up on top of a hill. It's pretty awkward to park, but it's beautiful. Are you beginning to see how rustic this campground is? This is another huge site, so if you're driving something big, try to book Site 67.
We absolutely loved our spot. It was in the heart of the campground, so it was the busier area. So if you like a little bit of a quieter scene, you might want to check out the outskirts. As you can see here, the campsites are kind of close.
What's up, guys? As you know, we are at Salt Rock State Park in Connecticut, and this week we've got our son X-Biotics with us, Jarrett. And I've never shown you the second bedroom or his bedroom. Check it out. Fits a queen mattress. We use a twin. The whole thing opens up. Bunch of zippers on both sides. Velcro to hold it. Up top has a little hook for lights. We've got a fan for him, so he's using his fan and his light. So obviously up the ladder we go, on top of my Highland ladder racks, and then on top of that, as you can see, is my roof rack. So I built a little deck on top of that me and Lee used to stargaze, as you've seen in past weeks. And when X-Biotics comes along, we're kicked out and he moves in. Our tenant for the weekend, living in the second bedroom, rent free. But isn't that cool, guys? King Camp awning. And Lee added lights this week. But yeah, so there you go, guys. Get to see the second bedroom. I'll put a couple shots in during this so you could see what it looks like inside and the mattress and things. Hey, X. Say hi.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone. And if you're trying to build a little bit more happiness in your life or trying to stay more positive, a little tip that I learned is focus on being happy rather than not being negative, if that makes sense. You'll attract actually the negative. So do things that make you happy, inspire you, and do a random act of kindness. That will always bring positivity and good feelings to you and to someone else. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Until then, we love you guys.